The London Underground is a conspiracy for bringing you face to face with inconvenient figures from your past. If, for example, you've had a doomed and deeply wounding love affair with a person, the chances of sitting opposite them on the tube approach 100%. This morning, the vehicle of fate was a Victoria Line train. Jonathon Fairfax was on his way back from a meeting with some people who might, but crucially might not, want to pay him to illustrate a brochure. He sat, immobilized by the huge portfolio he clasped to his shins. That was when he glanced up the carriage and saw her, in the next block of seats, on the opposite side. There were only about half a dozen people between them. He looked away quickly, stared at the backs of his hands, then read the advert opposite him a few dozen times. It was about life insurance, reminding him that he had no money and was going to die. He glanced up the carriage again, just to check it was her. It was her. Oh, God. If she happened to glance his way, their eyes would meet, and he would have to deal with the expression on her face as she recognized him. Or, more immediately convenient, but infinitely worse, the expression on her face as she didn't recognize him at all. The train squeaked to a halt. Highbury and Islington. This was not his stop, but he was going to have to get off anyway. He rose, smacked his knee into his huge portfolio, and shuffled off, head down. As he stepped off the train, his eyes flicked to the right. Was that her getting up? Oh, God. He joined the flow of people walking down the platform. As he rounded the corner, heading for the stairs, he hesitated. Going upstairs would mean going through the barriers. He'd have to queue to get back in, and if she had got off and was leaving the station, she'd see him. He'd be a sitting duck. He shouldn't stay where he was either, because she might walk around the corner at any moment and see him. He should go to the other platform. But then if she was changing trains, she would already be there and would see him. Oh, God, this was a nightmare. Was it possible, he wondered, for him to be instantly vaporized? That seemed to be the only acceptable solution to this awful quandary. The train was pulling out. He averted his face in case she'd stayed on and was looking out of the window. Then another thought struck him, a glint of hope. If she had got off and wasn't changing trains, wouldn't she already have reached this point? After all, he'd been standing here agonizing about this for so long that the staff were probably already using him as a landmark. Downstairs, left at the indecisive man, and next train to Walthamstow Central. So, that meant she had either stayed on the train, which had just left, or she was waiting on the other platform to change trains. He turned, manoeuvred his portfolio out of the way, and took a decisive step back towards the platform he'd just left, ready to resume his journey and begin the long process of rebuilding his life. "Oof," he said. He had just walked into her.